Hello, everybody. I am going to be reading Kaylee's sexual assault story. And if this video inspires you in any shape or form, or any of these videos, please like, please share, especially sharing, and please subscribe, comment if you feel comfortable. And there is a link in the description below if you want to read other stories that I may not be reading here on my channel, and I'm just going to get right into the story. The second half of my life began as soon as I start addressing this. Starting at the age of 9, Kaylee Conway was sexually abused by extended family member. As most children experience sexual abuse, she didn't have the words to understand what was happening at that time. By the time I figured out it was wrong, it was over and seemed okay. The passing time made Kaylee's doubt herself and worry that there was nothing to come forward about. Kaylee was 15. She decided to confide in her older brother about the abuse. He was incredible. He hugged me and told me everything would be okay, and asked, "What do you need from me?" When Kaylee told him that she wasn't ready to tell anyone else, he kept her secret. The first person a survivor disclosed to is private. So for Kaylee, her brother's support made her more comfortable later on disclosing to her mother. Kaylee's mother responded with shocked, but very, extremely supportive. Behind the scenes, she was shielding from me a lot. The predator was my dad's best friend. That was really hard. My mom took that on and didn't have me to do it. It was so hard for me to talk to her about this. But with my dad, I was his little girl. I was so scared for what his reaction would be in my defense. My mom let me know I didn't have to be the only one to tell him. She told my aunts and uncles and got the predator away from us. Despite from her family's reaction in a very supportive way, Kaylee still struggled to talk about the abuse with any family members beyond her mother. To me, there was a lot of elephant in the room. I wanted to talk about it, but I didn't know how. I thought that because they didn't ask, they didn't want to talk about it. I blamed a lot of my extended family members for not bringing it up, but I wasn't ready for that conversation either. At 15, Kaylee tried to press charges but found the criminal justice system to be unsupportive of survivors, especially survivors of child sexual abuse. For my experience, I wish that there was more involvement of therapists other than officers who took the case and asked me the right questions. There was no trusted adult in the room. They weren't trained to interact with questions and question kids. They were just pulling information out of me and didn't explain the whole process at all. The way I did it, I felt re traumatized by the whole thing. I felt like it was happening all over again. When the officers working with Kaylee's case began to call her teenage friends as a part of their investigation, she had enough. I stopped the case. I stopped the case, stopped the investigation. I did not have any control over what was happening. I lost control again for the second time in my life. The negative experience with the with law enforcement prevent Kaylee from seeking any sort of justice again. She started to repress what was happening to her. During her 20s, the #MeToo movement began to bring up resolved issues for Kaylee. I realized that along this way I didn't like how my story was going. I felt like justice system just failed me. I wasn't communicating. I was constantly triggered. Seeking survivors speaking about their experience on television and other media gave Kaylee a role model for coping her own trauma. I decided one day I was going to take back control, rewrite my story, and recreate my own happy ending. Going to therapy helped Kaylee begin addressing her trauma and give her tools to cope. By conquering talking to my family and going to therapy, I was able to take back control and change the course of my story. I took back the control that was taken from me as a kid. After coping with my past, Kaylee turned forced into helping others who were going through the same thing. Kaylee reached out to Darkness to Light, an organization that was prevent sexual assault abuse, and took their online training. Also, she became a facilitator of Dark to Light, and just recently led to her first training, which include friends, her mother, father, and aunts. It was a full circle movement. If I can save just one child for going through what I've gone through, then it will be worth it. For adults looking for prevention, child sexual assault abuse, Kaylee recommends education ones about warning signs and having a frank conversation about the issue. Being able to recognize it before it happens is the important thing. Be alert. There is never too many precautions to ensure the safety and well-being for kids. We all can be a little bit better. To other survivors, Kaylee recommend. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I don't know where I'm at, so I'm gonna go back a little bit. It was a full circle moment. If I could just save just one child for going through what I went through, then it'll be worth it. Being able to recognize it before it happens is the important thing. Be alert. There are never too many precautions to ensure the safety and well-being of kids. We can all be a little bit better. To other survivors, Kaylee recommends finding wealthy coping skills. For me, it was writing. Writing really helped me to understand my feelings and be able to understand them. It doesn't help it to ignore your feelings. Don't let it go. If it just doesn't help, keep trying to get help other ways. Putting things off doesn't make them go away. It just forces them to pile up. She she also emphasizes the importance of recognizing and avoiding in her own needs during the healing process and encourage other survivors to do whatever it will help them heal. You're allowed to be selfish in the way you need to heal. It's okay to demand things to help you. Do what makes sense to you and only you. This journey to healing starts with you and putting your needs first. Kaylee's credits her loved ones for helping her to come as far as she did. She plans to keep working to combat the issue of childhood sexual assault and hopes others survivors along her journey. At the end of the day, I survived, and I'm going to continue to survive. If this video inspires you in any shape or form, please like, please share, please comment, etc. And if you or anyone that you know has been sexually assaulted in any shape or form, there is a link in the description below to hopefully help you guys as any shape or form, or if you want to read other kind of stories that I have not personally read to you guys on the site, you can feel free to read them if you would like. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.